Hello guys, welcome to a new market outlook on my channel where I discuss major currency pairs, my opinion on that, and where the fundamentals and technicals, for my opinion, align. So the most important pairs for me. And yeah, let's get started. First of all, I will start with the USD JPY. You can see that this pair is a little messy because of this price action here. But as you can clearly see, we before took out all of this liquidity, then moved up higher and took out this liquidity. This means we now took off this buy side liquidity over there, and from here we reversed down lower. So what I'm looking for now is that we take out this liquidity. And here you can see we had a fractal break down on the daily time frame. So now I would like to look for short trades after a pullback into this supply zone in control. So maybe it'll push down lower, then a push into the supply zone, and then I will go into the 4-hour time frame to look for my entry, because here you can see the 4-hour order flow is bearish with this supply in control. So I will look for maybe a pullback here, then a pullback down for a break of structure here, and then a move up, and then for 4-hour fractal entry to look for shorts. So that would be my game plan. It can also be that price just head down lower and take out this liquidity. But yeah, I will now look for shorts because, as I said, of the daily fractal structure. And yeah, that's the first pair. Secondly, I will discuss EURUSD. As I said in the last market outlooks, we just grabbed liquidity over here, tapped into the supply zone and moved up higher. And now we are in the zone I spoke about in the last outlooks, that we grabbed liquidity over there, tapped into this supply zone, and now potentially are ready to push down lower again. But as you can see here, we are fractal wise bullish. This means this fractal break up, this fractal break down, and this demand zone is now in control. This means I will only look for shorts if we break now this fractal low and then a retest of the demand zone and then a push down lower. But today is the government shutdown in the US, so it's not very high probability to long the dollar now, because it's an event which the dollar don't like as much, so the dollar weaken a little bit. So it can be that the euro gets stronger and the dollar weaken. So these shorts are a little risky because of the shutdown and the not very good job numbers yesterday. So it's a possibility. With low risk, you can maybe look for that, for a breakdown, and then for retest, and then for a further downside move. But it's not that high probability because of the government shutdown in the US. The next one is the NSD USD. Yeah, I said it in the last market outlooks as well, that we broke here market structure and here. So this demand was in control. And now we broke market structure again. So this demand was in control. And from this demand we pushed up higher. I look for at least this liquidity to get taken out and then move into the supply zone. So I also took a long trade from here. And because, as you can see, we perfectly grabbed this liquidity low over here, and from here we reversed up higher. So this was my trade after taking liquidity with the stop loss under this low over here, targeting a 1 to 3 rod. So the new high over here was my first trade, and my second trade was that I placed the stop loss under this low for protection and target this liquidity high. Yeah, that's my plan on the NCUSD. That would align with the USD weakness today if the US dollar weaken. But yeah, it's a nice pullback trade. The structure is bearish, but it's a pullback trade into the 50% of the range approximately. Don't have to, but at least, as I said, this high and this supply zone I would like to see to get hit. The next pair is the GBPUSD, very similar to EURUSD, but the GBP, the British pound, is a little bit weaker than the euro, so the shorts would make more sense for me. And as you see here, we are daily fractal wise bearish with this demand in control. So I said yesterday that we took out this daily low, so I also would like to see that we take out this daily high, but again, it don't have to do that, because on the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we took out this liquidity high and tapped into this overall supply zone. So for now, I will look if this low got broken or not, and if this demand zone holds, because if it doesn't hold, break, and then a retest, then I will look for further short trades to target this liquidity low at least, and then this liquidity over here. So yeah, I just wait if this low holds or not, or if the bullish order flow now continues a little higher and take out this low for this high, for example. So yeah, I will just look at the order flow and if this low holds on the order flow or not. Next pair is the Aussie dollar. You can see as I drew in that we reacted to this daily supply zone over here, took out this low and reversed up higher. And now what happened is that we broke this bearish order flow, because we had here a demand in control, and we nearly broke it. So we don't really broke it. And when we look at the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we just a little pips over, but I don't very see that as a break. So yeah, we're just now in this, I would say maybe in this range. But if we break this high, we switch the order flow to bullish on the daily. So the daily supply zone got broken. Then I will maybe look for a further pullback, maybe take out this high then, and then look for further long trades. But for now, I just wait on that pair, and yeah, because you can also see that we are a swing bullish. Now I had a pullback over here, and now we expect a new higher high to get formed. So after this supply break, I will look for a short pullback and then to form a new higher high. The next pair is the Euro GBP. Yeah, not much development over here. I again just waited these highs get taken out and I pull back into this demand zone and then a fractal shift to take a long trade. Yeah, so not very much over here. We just broke the daily swing structure over here, so it would also align with a pullback now into this demand zone, or maybe a larger pullback, take out all of this liquidity and then tap into this demand zone. But fundamentally the euro is stronger than the pound, and so I don't expect a very large pullback over here, but this pullback would be of course legit, take out this liquidity and tap into this demand zone. The next one is the US Swiss. Here you can see that we, as I said in the last outlooks, the order flow is still bullish with this demand in control, because we had a daily fractal break over here and now tapped into the demand zone over here. So when we look at the 4-hour time frame, we can also see that on the 4-hour the order flow is bearish with this demand. A supply was in control, now we got a fractal breakdown, now this demand is in control, so we just push us down lower. And yeah, let's see if this fractal low get taken out. If yes, I will wait for a pullback and then for a short trade again. But if we took out the liquidity and tapped into this demand zone, and if we now see order flow switch with a break of this high, then I will look for further longs, maybe take out these equal highs over here. But for now, just waiting if the order flow continues or if the order flow got broken. The next is the GBPUSD. Here you can see that we just again also followed the order flow here with this fractal breakdown. This demand was in control, pushed the price down lower, and now we got a new fractal break over here. Now this demand is in control, which eventually pushes the price down lower. We also took out this liquidity low, but not this liquidity over here. So I wait for a pullback into the supply zone as it already happened. Then I will switch to the 4-hour time frame, and here we can see perfectly that we have a liquidity low over here and a fresh supply zone. So my plan is to look for a pullback into the supply zone and then for a 4-hour change of character to look for shorts, or to take out this liquidity. And here we also have descending highs, so it can also happen that price pushes higher, take out all of this liquidity, and then provide us with a change of character to look for shorts. So yeah, just waiting how the price reacts into this supply zone after taking the liquidity, if it provides us with a change of character or not, and if it maybe goes up higher. So yeah, I will just wait for this area how price reacts, and then after the liquidity is taken, and then wait for my change of character confirmation to take further short trades, because the Aussie dollar is fundamentally way stronger than the pound. So shorts are the only direction for me which makes sense. And the next one is the Aussie CAD, and yeah, we just had a pullback into this area here, took out this liquidity and headed up higher, and with here we had a 4 hour change of character, and now we headed up higher, and here you can see we switched order flow bearish technically, but it was just a liquidity grab to fuel up the next move higher. So we now broke this fractal high again, and now this demand is in control. So what I'm looking at now is for a pullback, maybe take out this liquidity or this liquidity, and then wait for a 4 hour change of character to confirm that, and yeah, form a new higher high. Yeah, so just wait that price tap into the demand zone, and then look which liquidity is taken, and for a change of character to go long. And the CAD JPY, the last one, here the trade I spoke about in the, I guess, 2 days ago. We had here the change of character on the 4 hour up, and here we had the breakdown, and I said I will take a short trade on the 4 hour fractal break, because we took out all of these highs over here as liquidity, and the next liquidity would be this high over here, but it's a little far away, and fundamentally the JPY is stronger than the CAD, and over here we had very many equal lows to get taken out. So it was logical for me that after taking this liquidity and taking this liquidity, we will go short after breaking the demand zone, the 4 hour order flow. And as you can see, the trade played out to now perfectly. We took out these lows, so I already take partials, because now it can be that we reverse again up higher into this daily fractal supply zone, because after taking the lows it can always happen to get a reversal. But for now it looks very bearish, because we had this supply zone control, now we have this supply zone control. So we are just looking for a little move down lower, maybe into this demand zone over here, and then yeah, I hit my full take profit. But very, very nice trade, called it 2 days ago. So yes, that would all be for today. I hope you liked it, learned something from it, and can use it in your analysis. Let me know in the comments what you think of that, what your opinions are, and see you again in the next Outlook.